So, very good evening, everyone. I hope that I am audible right now and screen is also visible. Right now, I have muted you all. So, at the end of the session, we'll keep 5 to 10 minutes for open session. At that time, you can ask questions and all these things. Okay. And by the time, if you want to ask something, you can use the chat option. Anyone, please respond if I am audible. Okay, Prajesh, thank you. So, without any delay, I am just yes audible. I think I'm audible. Chaitanya, you just check your audio settings. Okay, fine. Okay. I'll try to speak a little loud. Okay. So basically, in our syllabus of double accountancy, um, trial balance is the first topic. Okay, but before starting trial balance, we need to understand from where this trial balance starts. The journey of trial balance starts from the beginning of a journal entry. So here in this class, we'll try to understand the recording of transaction in the books of accounts. Means how the transactions are first recorded and then reach the stage of trial balance. Okay. So recording of transaction is the process of entering transactions in proper books of accounts. Proper books of accounts means there are several books of accounts. Okay, we'll discuss in proper books of accounts in a systematic manner. It is not like that you are entering a transaction today and thereafter after 5 days you are entering a transactions of 1 month back and then another transactions. Means you have to maintain in a systematic manner. It is proper means mostly it is called in chronological order. Okay, it means putting into black and white transactions that takes place in course of a business activity. In black and white means recording. Suppose you have purchased a machinery, you have purchased some goods, then what? You have to record it. You have to enter into the books of accounts. Unless and until you record it, you cannot memorize that particular transactions while you will be ascertaining the profit or loss. Okay, or while you will be preparing trial balance. Recording is required for what purpose? Because of the limitations of human memory, isn't it? Because we cannot keep a particular thing for a long period of time. That's why recording is very essential. So normally transactions are first recorded in a book of original entry. In a book of original entry, what does it mean? In a book of original entry. See, the book of original entry means journal. Journal is called the book of original entry. Means the transactions are recorded first in the journal, which is called a book of original entry. Okay. Can't hear so many. Am I audible? No voice. I don't know why. For 1 second, I'm checking it again. Am I audible? Please, anyone, please unmute and
Audible, sir.
okay, okay. Few actually, some of the participants are actually okay. Fine.
Audible, sir.
Okay, fine, fine, fine. Then I'm continuing. Okay, okay. If you want to, anyone wants to ask something, ask the chat box, or otherwise, in the last 5-10 minutes, we'll be discussing. I'm just continuing the session. Okay. Okay. The thing is that we have to record the transactions in the books of origin entry. And books of origin entry means what? Books of origin entry means journal. Journal is called the book of origin entry. Books of accounts are specially printed and ruled books where accounts of a firm are kept written up. Means there are, when accounts are used to be maintained in manual form. Now everything is computerized, so many firms are not using the manual form, but there were so many, in fact many firms are also using the manual form of accounting. There is a book called journal. There is a ruled or specifically designed books. I'll show you the pro forma, okay, how these books used to be. And in particular that format, these things are recorded. Accounts are specially printed ruled books where accounts of a firm are kept written up. Like journal, ledger, all these things are recorded. Okay, now I'm coming to different classes of books of account. Let's see what are the different classes of books of accounts. Books of accounts which are maintained by a business. Books of original entry called journal. Journal is called the books of original entry. Then comes principal book or book of final entry called ledger. Means after posting in the journal, day by day transactions are recorded in the journal, and after posting in journal, these things are reposted in the principal book or book of final entry, that is called ledger account. These things are very simple. Means whenever any transaction takes place in a book where first time the transaction is recorded, okay, when the first time transaction is recorded, it is called journal or book of original entry. Thereafter, these things are posted in a separate book which is called principal book, or ledger. What is this book of original entry? Book of original entry means books of accounts where the transactions are recorded as and when they take place. Whatever I have said earlier, as and when transactions takes place. Suppose you have sold something, you have purchased something, you made some payment for expenses, anything. At the time of transaction, the transactions are recorded in the books of original entry or the primary book, that is called journal. Fine. Now, what is a journal? Journal is a book of original entry in which transactions are originally recorded in chronological order. Chronology समझ रहे हैं ना? This is the chronology, means one after another. That is the chronology in order of date. Means if I am recording a transaction on 1st of April, then I will record the 2nd of April, then 3rd, not like that 7th April, then 1st April, then 2nd April. Okay. The chronology means the sequence. Sequence should be in ascending order of date. This is called, in journal, transactions recorded in chronological order. From the vouchers showing the accounts to be debited and to be credited in a systematic manner. That is, means we are recording the transaction, the books, which account to be debited and which accounts to be credited. These things are recorded in journal. We'll be learning how to debit or credit. Okay, don't worry about that. Thus, the journal provides a date-wise record of all transactions. Journal provides a date-wise record of all transactions. Okay, with details of accounts and amounts debited and credited each transaction with short explanation. A short explanation is also mentioned or written on the journal following the rules of debit and credit. Okay, that small explanation is called narration. We'll be discussing. The word journal has been derived from the French word jour, means daily records. For theoretical purpose, just no need to memorize so much, but these things are as a history or story, you can memorize, no problem. Journal is a book of primary entry for daily records. Okay, firms having limited number of transactions record them in one primary book called journal and post them in the concerned accounts. I mean, suppose a small business, suppose a grocery shop having very limited number of transactions, maintain only one book of primary book, one journal. But firms having large number of transactions maintain some special purpose book. Suppose a big firm, we have learned that there is a daily for recording daily transactions, journal is used. A small firm maintains a journal for day-to-day transactions. Okay, that much we know that in journal day-to-day transactions recorded. But for a big firm, what happens? There are several cash transactions, several purchase transactions, several sales transactions, several returns and purchase returns, sales returns. So what they do, they maintain cash book separately, sales book separately. Okay, these things are also called day books. Okay, journal, but maintained separately. In addition to journal proper and post them respective ledgers. Means this way these things are recorded and ultimately posted to the ledger account. This is the story of journal to ledger. Now see, this is the format of a journal. This is the format of a journal. How we draw a journal? I have already uploaded a small video how to draw a journal. Probably you have seen that video. Otherwise, you just go through and see it. This way, first in the date column, then particulars column, then LF. LF means ledger folio. What is ledger folio? We'll be discussing. Okay. And then debit amount, then credit amount. Here one amount will be there, and here another same amount. Debit and credit amount should be the same. This is the pro forma of a journal. Okay. Okay, someone is asking something. Please join. Okay. Okay, fine. No question is there. This is the pro forma of a standard journal, normal journal. Now, see, we have seen that in the journal there is a column named as LF. This means ledger folio. Journal is the ledger folio is nothing but a reference number. Okay, this is just simple. Let's have a look. Journal is the original record of the business transactions. All entries from the journal are posted in the ledger accounts. The page number. This is nothing but the page number or folio number of the ledger account. Suppose I am maintaining journals daily. Okay, but I am posting it in a ledger later on. But in which page I have recorded? Okay. In which page I have recorded, that is the means page number of the ledger. Suppose a particular account, say salary account or wages account, maintained in the page number 52. Okay, that particular transaction has been posted in the page number 52. Then we will write like 52 as the LF. Yeah, there is an example also. See, where the posting has been made from the journal is recorded in the LF column of journal. For example, if posting made in machinery account, posting made in machinery account appearing at page number 15 of the ledger, page number 15 of the ledger, and cash account appearing at page number 6 of the ledger, then 15 will be entered in the LF column of journal against machinery account. Suppose, see, machinery account and cash account 5 and 6. This way, I'm giving a practical example. See, machinery account journal is maintained like this. Machinery account debit to cash. Whenever we will record for the first time, we will record like this. Machinery account debit, any amount will be there. Here there will be narration. Okay. What is the ledger folio? Machinery account is maintained in page number 5. Then here it will be 5. Cash account is maintained in page number 6. Then it will be 6. Nothing. If cash account is maintained in page number 16, then we'll write 16. This is the reference number in which page cash account is appearing. Okay. Ledger folio is nothing more than that. Very simple. It means that journal and ledger are interrelated, and ledger posting is based upon journal. Definitely, these things are interrelated. Means we post the accounts in ledger from extracting the transactions from journal. Therefore, there should be certain reference as regards the page number of the ledger where accounts in the journal is being posted. So it's very, there is nothing so much. This is just a reference number. In our office also, we maintain the page number somewhere. Whenever we are changing the page number, reference number we mention like this. This is a page number. Okay. Then I have discussed about the narration. What narration? See, here it is something maintained like being machinery purchased for cash, like this. Here there is a narration, small narration, means it describes the transaction. Narration. This is called narration. So you can write in your own way also. So after every journal entry, a brief explanation of the transaction for someone is writing something. Please don't annotate anything, okay? Please. Otherwise, I have to disable that option once again. Annotation. Okay. Someone has written something. Okay. Now, coming back to the screen again. Now, we have seen the first books of original entry. Now, the process journalizing. What is called journalizing? Often we learn that journalize or journalize the transactions. Like the questions are asked like this: journalize the transactions. Journalize the following transactions. Okay. Then what is this journalizing? Journalizing is the process of recording. Journalizing is the process of recording the dual aspects of transactions in the journal. As the name itself self-explanatory. Journal is the process of recording the dual aspects of the transactions in journal is journalizing. In other words, recording of entries in journal is known as journal. Okay. Each and every entry recorded in the journal is followed by a short explanation called narration. Okay, as we have already discussed, the narration must be short, complete, and clear. Narration must be short, complete and clear. Okay, it should not describe the history. Okay, just the short explanation, like being the machinery purchased from any. You can maintain the, you can mention the name of the vendor or price. If you're purchasing by check, then you can mention the check number next to it. Okay, it should be short, complete, and clear. Then there is entry. Entry means, the term entry means entering a transaction in journal. Okay, these are the theoretical aspects. And process of journalizing. The process of journalizing means the steps to be followed for ascertaining the account heads to be debited or credited for a particular transaction. The process of journalizing means the steps to be followed for ascertaining the heads to be debited for a particular transaction. There are 3 steps involved. Okay, this is very important. Now we are coming to the important steps. How to journalize means, how will you debit a particular account or how will you credit a particular account? Means there must be some mechanism, there must be some rule on the basis of which we will be recording the transactions in the books of origin and entry. Okay, so how to do that? This is the important question. So in step 1, identification of accounts means account head affected by the transactions. Means suppose there are written so many things: purchased a machinery for rupees 1 lakh from furnishing house, against which another machinery sold, like this. There may be questions like this or anything like this. But the thing is that we have to identify the accounts which are affected from this account, from this transaction. Okay, even if there are 2-3 accounts, we have to be very clear, or we have to understand which accounts are actually affected due to the transactions. Okay, we'll make journal entries. At that time I will show you which accounts are actually being affected and which are not affected. Okay, you will understand these things are very easy, no problem. Accounts is nothing. These things are actually we are doing every day, but in a different process, in a systematic way we'll be doing it. In a double entry system we'll be doing this. That's why we have to learn the basics. Otherwise these things are we are doing every day. Okay, there is nothing extraordinary. Okay, classification of accounts or account heads. First we have to identify what type of Mr. Someone is writing on the screen. Adabala, someone is writing. Please don't write on the screen. Once again, I am erasing that part. Once again. Eraser. Okay, fine. Then classification of accounts means what type of account. The account which is actually affected from the transaction, we have to identify that particular type of account, whether it's capital or revenue, expenses or asset or anything, any other type of account we have to identify. Then application of rules of debit and credit. Then we'll apply the rule. Means existing, there are some rules framed for debiting and crediting transactions. We will identify and then we'll okay. Anyways, now we have seen that we classification of accounts or account heads. So what is the meaning of account? What does the account means? An account is a summarized record of all transactions of a similar nature relating to a particular person, an asset, an item of income, and expenses. Means what? Account means it is just a summarized record of all transactions of similar nature. Suppose I am recording the daily expenses on wages. Okay. Suppose today I am paying 1000 rupees as wages. Tomorrow I am paying 2000 rupees as wages. Day after tomorrow I am paying 3000 rupees. Like this, in a particular month or in a period, I have paid several times wages. Then all these things I will put together under a common head of account that is called wages account. Okay, this is the meaning of account. It is just a summarized record of all transactions of similar nature. Okay, a businessman should classify and summarize all business transactions of similar nature or with the same person under respective groups. Each such group or head is known as account. Each such group or head is known as account. For example, all dealings with Saurav will be recorded under the heading of account of Saurav. Suppose we have so many transactions with Saurav. Suppose he may be a debtor or creditor, no problem. We'll record under the account of Saurav. So we are also maintaining in our office particular transactions. We all have accounts in post office or bank. So bank or post office, they are maintaining all our transactions in a particular account. Okay, like this in business also, the dealings are recorded in a particular account. So now we are talking about account. So account is spelling is ACCUNT, but in short we can write, or in accounts it is written like this account. Okay, so AC is the account. This is the current situation. Someone is asking for the link. Okay, I'm just sending the link. Okay, I'm just unmuting for 2 minutes. Okay, if there is any question, or query, you can ask. Okay, just for 2 minutes. Okay, you can unmute and ask. By that time I am sending the link. Someone is not getting. Anyone? Nagesh Rathore, welcome.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Any question?
सर क्वेश्चन क्या, मैंने तो ज्वाइन अभी किया, पता ही नहीं चला क्लास है आज.
Okay, no issue, sir. Actually, we'll upload this one in recorded session. You will get. Okay, don't worry.
ये तो ठीक है सर, लेकिन हमारा निवेदन है कि आप थोड़ा सा शेड्यूल पहले बता दे तो पता चल जाता है ना.
हाँ, बिल्कुल शेड्यूल आपको मिल जाएगा. मैं अभी आज हम लोग प्रोग्राम बनाया कि ट्यूसडे, थर्सडे, सैटरडे, ठीक है, 3 days इन वीक, ठीक है, 7:30 से हम लोग करेंगे. और इसका आप लोगों को पीडीएफ या फिर अभी इस क्लास के बाद आप लोगों को भेज देंगे. ठीक है सर.
ओके सर,
शेड्यूल के साथ मिल जाएगा.
नेक्स्ट क्लास का एडवांस में मिल जाए तो ठीक रहेगा.
हाँ, आज मैंने मतलब 5:30 को दिया था ग्रुप में. शायद सबको
सर वो हम नहीं देख पाए ना, पहले पता नहीं था कब क्लास होना है.
ओके सर, नो इशू सर. एक्चुअली इनिशियल स्टेज है, इसलिए थोड़ा मतलब.
ओके सर, नेक्स्ट क्लास कब से होगी?
ट्यूसडे, थर्सडे और सैटरडे को सर. हाँ,
ओके सर, थैंक यू.
ठीक है, मैं नोटिफिकेशन दे दूंगा.
ओके
सर, मेरा एक डाउट था सर.
हाँ, बोलिए
सर. सर ये डाउट है कि एक अगर बिजनेस है जिसमें वैरायटी ऑफ आइटम्स है,
हाँ
तो उसमें जो जैसे कि अकाउंट ऑफ सौरभ करके जो आपने बनाया है,
हाँ हाँ।
तो सौरभ भी मतलब सौरभ इज नॉट ओनली जो है कि वो उसमें वो चेक भी देगा, पेमेंट कैश में भी देगा, और जो है बोरो भी करेगा कुछ, माने आइटम उधार पे भी लेगा। तो
हाँ।
उसके लिए भी एक ही अकाउंट मेंटेन करेंगे या उसका अलग कुछ बनाएंगे सर?
नहीं, सौरभ के साथ मान लीजिए जिस तरह का डीलिंग होगा, सपोज मान लीजिए सौरभ हमारा सप्लायर है, ठीक है, मान लीजिए
सर
सौरभ हमारा
सर
सप्लायर है, ठीक है। तो सौरभ से
सर
हम लोग जब कुछ मतलब सामान खरीदेंगे तो क्या
सर
करेंगे, सौरभ क्या होगा, सौरभ जैसे कि हम लोग को सामान दिया तो सौरभ हमारा क्रेडिटर हो गया, ठीक है, हमको उनको पे करना है। तो वापस जब वो मतलब उनको हम पेमेंट कर देंगे, तब उनको हम डेबिट कर देंगे, मतलब उसी अकाउंट में हो जाएगा, अलग अलग बनाने का जरूरत नहीं है। सौरभ जी के साथ हमारा जितना भी ट्रांजेक्शन होगा उसी एक अकाउंट में हो जाएगा।
अच्छा ठीक है सर। सर अगर उसके लिए कैश अकाउंट अलग से बनाने की जरूरत नहीं है, क्योंकि मान लीजिए बोरो करता है कुछ सौरभ, कुछ
हाँ,
उधार लेके जाता है सर, मान लीजिए 10,000 रुपीज का उसने आइटम उधार लेके गया सर।
मतलब आप नहीं नहीं मतलब एक आदमी अगर समझ लीजिए कि क्रेडिटर है हमारा, ठीक है,
सर
तो
सर
क्रेडिटर होने से तो हम उसको क्रेडिटर के हिसाब से ट्रीट करेंगे, उसके अकाउंट खोलेंगे, ठीक है, और
सर
पेमेंट अगर करेंगे उसके अगेंस्ट में, ठीक है, तो उसी अकाउंट में होगा। और अभी आप बोल रहे जैसे कि अभी कुछ कुछ सामान खरीद के ले गया,
सर
ठीक है, तो अगर सामान अगर खरीद लिया और बोला अगर हमें कि मुझे जो मैंने जो तुमको उधार दिया सामान आपने हमसे लिया था उसके अगेंस्ट में एडजस्ट कर
सर
दो, तो हम उसी अकाउंट में एडजस्ट कर सकते हैं,
ओके सर, ओके
ठीक है।
ओके
और
सर,
अगर
थैंक यू सर।
हाँ, अगर अगर मान लीजिए कि अभी वो बोलेंगे कि हमारा कि क्रेडिटर के हिसाब अलग है, ठीक है, अभी हम आपका सिर्फ अलग से कस्टमर है, ठीक है, तो तब भी अलग से भी बना सकते, कोई इशू नहीं, ठीक
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू सो मच।
है।
हेलो सर।
यस
हेलो।
यस यस।
जबकि सर हमें हमें मालूम ही नहीं था कि क्लास आज है सर। 2 मिनट में बस उस शुरू से एक रिवीजन लीजिए, 2 मिनट में बस हमें वो मतलब क्या हिंट आ जाएगा बस बात।
अच्छा अच्छा, ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है, आपको
हाँ
हम
ओवरऑल 2 मिनट में आप रिवीजन लीजिए, हमें कुछ
ठीक
समझ में आएगा उसमें से।
ठीक है ठीक है
हम
ठीक है, मैं अभी फटाफट आप लोगों को एक थोड़ा रिवीजन दे देता हूँ, देखिए उसको कंटिन्यू करता हूँ अगला। हाँ, ओके। So what we have discussed, meaning of account. So this is the meaning of account, means an account is a summarized record of all transactions of similar nature, means all transactions of similar nature are recorded in a particular, suppose a particular person or asset or income of similar nature are recorded in a particular account is called account. Okay. So हम लोगों ने अभी क्या क्या चीज देखा है एक बार देख लेते हैं। फर्स्ट वी हैव सीन दैट recording of transactions in the books of accounts means recording of transactions in the process of entering the transactions in the proper books of account in a systematic manner. Okay. And then it is recorded in the books of original entry, that is called journal. And then we have seen the different classes of books of account, books of original entry or books of primary book called journal. Then other type of book is there, that is principal book or it is called ledger. Then meaning of books of original entry or primary book. Book of original means book of accounts where transactions are recorded for the first time, जहाँ पे फर्स्ट टाइम अगर कोई ट्रांजेक्शन भी किसी तरह का ट्रांजेक्शन होता है तो उसको फर्स्ट टाइम रिकॉर्ड करते हैं, जहाँ पे उसको बोलते हैं बुक ऑफ ओरिजिनल एंट्री, दैट इज कॉल्ड जर्नल. ऑल द first time transactions are recorded in journal. Then we have seen the meaning of journal. And in journal, transactions are recorded in chronological order, means date wise sequence. Suppose 1st April, 2nd April, 3rd April, like this, not like this 1st April, then 10th April, then 2nd April, not like this. This is called chronological sequence. Okay, this is the journal, and then transactions are recorded according to their nature, the account which is to be debited or credited. After that, a small explanation is also given, which is called narration. Okay, and then there is a the word journal derived from the word jor, which means daily records. Okay, for small businesses, a single journal is sufficient. They are maintaining all the transactions in a particular journal. But for big firms having more transactions, they record transactions in separate journals or separate special purpose books. Suppose any firm maintaining so many in a big firm, so many cash transactions are taking place, so they are not recording all the cash transactions and other sales purchase transactions in one book. Instead of that, they maintain separate books like cash book, purchase book, sales book, purchase return books. There are so many returns also initiated, sales returns also initiated. So these things they maintain separate special purpose book. Okay, these are the types of journal. Then I've seen the format of journal. This is the standard journal format: date, particulars, ledger folio, debit, credit. These things, in this way journal is maintained, and we'll debit one account and then we'll credit another account. So we'll learn the process of debiting and crediting the account. Actually, we have already discussed. This is just a summary as requested by one of our aspirant. Then ledger folio. LF means ledger folio. Ledger folio is nothing but it is just a page number of or folio number of ledger account. Means the page number of the ledger in which the transaction is posted. Here it is described clearly. Okay. Narration. Narration is a brief explanation of transaction for which entry has been passed. And narration just describes the transaction. Started with being. Suppose we in SAG 17 in post office write like being the expenses for what? Carrying charges, being the expenses incurred for cleaning food floor, like this. Narration is a small explanation only. Started with being. Okay. Then we start journalizing. Journalizing in exam questions also it is asked like pass the journal entries or journalize the following. Journalizing is nothing but name itself self-explanatory. Journalizing is the process of recording the dual aspects of transaction in journal. In other words, recording of entries in journal is known as journalizing. Okay, with a short explanation called narration. Narration must be short, complete, and clear. Means narration should be very clear and it must be very small or short. We should not describe a story in narration. Okay. Process of journalizing. This is the important aspect. How to journalize a transaction. Steps. What are the steps? Identification of account. First, we have to identify what are the types of account involved in the transactions. Suppose there are written like things like wages, someone's name is there, cash is also mentioned in the question. Then how to identify which accounts actually affected? First, we have to identify what are the 2 or 3 accounts affected due to the transaction. After that, classification of accounts means what type of account which is affected. Like wages, is it expenses or is it capital or revenue or liability? Okay, or we have purchased a machinery, whether machinery is a liability, asset, expenses or revenue or what. So we have to classify the account. Thereafter, we will apply the rule of debit and credit. We will learn in few minutes the rule of debit and credit, how to debit or credit. Okay. And what is account? We have learned, we have seen that there are account heads and accounts. So what is the meaning of account actually? An account is a summarized record of all transactions of similar nature relating to a particular person. Someone is drawing on the screen. Okay. So if it is a asset or income or expenses of similar nature recorded in summarized form is called an account. Account is basically written like this: A oblique C, this way, account. Not written in accounts, it is not written fully, it is written in its abbreviation form. Definition of account. The term account has been defined by different authorities. One of the best definition given by Aaron Carter. Many of you have heard about Aaron Carter. An account is a ledger record in summarized form of all transactions that have taken place with particular person and the specified value. Means in ledger, it is a summarized form of all transactions that have taken place. Suppose we have transactions, so many transactions with Reliance Jio. Suppose we are supplying some goods to Reliance Jio. Then we'll maintain the accounts of Reliance Jio and all transactions, all supplies, or all types of transactions record against their account. Then here a small format of a ledger. How? This is the format of a ledger. The account is generally prepared in T form, having two sides, namely left hand side and right hand side. A specimen form of an account is given below. Here, left hand side it is debit. In left hand side it is debit. In right hand side it is credit. First in date column, particulars. Then here it is not LF, it is JF. JF means what? Journal folio. JL means journal folio. Here we will write the page number of the journal from where the transaction was posted. See, in journal we write ledger folio. Okay. In ledger we will write the journal folio. This is vice versa. Okay. The page number of the journal here will be written, and in the journal page number of the ledger will be written. Means if in future for reference I have to search the original transaction, then where I will search? In thousands of transactions I cannot find a particular transaction. Okay, then I must have a reference number from so at the time of posting the journal folio is written. Suppose in page number 252 of journal the transaction was recorded, then I have to write it here, otherwise I cannot track it in future. I have to track all the transactions otherwise. So this is the journal. Then all accounts are divided in two sides. The left hand side of the account is called debit side, and it is abbreviated as DR. Means debit is written like DR, doctor, not doctor, it is debit. Okay. And right hand side is called credit. It is like CR. Okay, credit. Then added to the name of the account. I mean, like building account, furniture account, salary account. Means all the accounts are abbreviated with A/C accounts. One thing to note down, the word account is not used. See, the word account is not used after the account head concerning a natural person. Suppose I am maintaining accounts of Rahul Dravid or Sachin Tendulkar, then we will not write like here example is given, like we will not write Ram account. Okay, we will simply write the name of the natural person. We will not write natural person's account. We will simply write Ram, or we will write Rahul Dravid or Sachin Tendulkar like this, not account. In other cases, building account, furniture account, salary account, all these things. Here see, here Ravi, only Ravi is written. Only Ravi. Ravi account is not written. For natural person, we will not write account as suffix. Then comes debit and credit are the two important terms used in accounting only. These two technical terms form the very basis of recording transactions in the books of account. These terms are directional signals only. Okay, they indicate the side of T account where a number or amount will be recorded. Entering an amount on the left side of an account is called debiting. Remember this. What is debiting? Means posting or entering a transactions in the left side of the ledger account is called debiting, and entering an amount in the right side is called crediting. Means I have credited the account. Means what? If it is an account, if it is credited, then where I'll post? I'll post here. If I have debited the account, then where I'll post? I'll post the amount here. So posting in the left side is called debiting. Posting in the right side is called debiting. That's it. Sorry, crediting. Meaning of debit. In accounting, in accounting, to debit an account means to record the transaction on the left side, what I have discussed, left hand side of an account which receives the benefit. Traditionally, it is called if benefit is received, it is posted in the left side, and left side of the, and it is abbreviated as DR. Okay, and it derived from the Latin word debitum. Okay, this is the word debitum from which it was derived, which means what is due. And now we'll see the meaning of credit. What is credit? In accounting, to credit an amount means recording transaction on the right hand side of the account, which imparts benefit. Anyways, we'll discuss these things, how to debit or credit. Right hand side of the account is called credit side. Right hand side of the account is called credit side. It is abbreviated as credit. See here, the word credit originated from the Latin word creder, which means trust or belief, like this. Both debit and credit may represent either increase or decrease in amount depending on the nature of the account. Means depending on the nature of the account, a debit may increase or decrease in the value of particular account. Now, recording of transactions. Now, how will you record the transactions? Recording of transaction refers to the process of entering the transaction in the books of account. In the books of account, recording of transaction is process of entering transaction in the books of account. As the transactions recorded in the respective account heads affected by a transactions. After applying the rules of debit and credit, means after applying the rules, will debit or credit a particular account. So let's see how to debit or credit the accounts. To debit or credit a particular account, there are two approaches. What are the two approaches? One approach is called English approach, or it is called traditional approach. Another is called American approach or modern approach. In both the cases, or whatever approach you adopt, you will get the same result. There is no distinction, there is no difference in results. But in the approach, there are two kind of things are followed. See, in English approach or traditional approach, there are accounts are divided in two categories: personal and impersonal. So in personal, see, natural person, artificial person, and representative person. Means in personal account there are three types of account. Means person is divided in three parts: person, natural person, artificial person, and representative person. Okay. In impersonal, under impersonal accounts, there are real accounts and nominal accounts. So let's see what are these things. Personal account heads pertaining to a person. Name itself self-explanatory. Personal account means person, firm, companies, organization are called personal accounts. Okay. Personal accounts are further classified in three categories, as we have seen: natural person, artificial person, and what? Representative person. Natural person means accounts heads according to transactions of human beings. Means human beings fall under the category of natural person. Okay, like anyone, Ram, Jodhu, Madhu, Sham. Okay, anyone, Rahul Gandhi, Narendra Modi, everyone comes under natural person. Mukesh Ambani, everyone, all the human beings come under the natural person. So accounts are artificial person. Artificial person means what? A firm, a company, an institution, an association, all these things, they are also person. They are not natural person. These things are artificial person because they are having some identity, or like State Bank of India and Railway, ITC Limited. These things are artificial person. They are not the natural person. Then comes representative personal account. Representative personal account are the accounts which represent a certain person or group of persons, although the name of the concerned person or persons are not mentioned in the head. Okay, such type of account occurs in the case of outstanding expenses. Suppose outstanding expenses. See, in all types of business, at the end of the accounting period, there are some expenses which are outstanding, means which are payable or which are receivable, isn't it? Suppose we have to pay salaries to the staff for the month of March, but we are closing the accounts on 31st March, but we have not paid their salary. So these things will come under salary outstanding account, outstanding salary account. Okay, outstanding salary account, wages outstanding account, like this. Though these accounts there must be some issue. Outstanding means what? Means yet to be paid. Yet to be paid. The amount or the accounts or the persons to whom there are some outstanding, though their name is not mentioned, they are consolidated in a particular head of account and written like outstanding salary account. Suppose 50,000 is outstanding for 2% salary, then outstanding salary account is written. This is called representative personal account. Okay, or suppose we have paid some salary in advance, means salary of for the month of April may paid the customer, or sorry, an employee in advance, then we'll write it as salary prepaid or salary paid in advance. Then it is our asset. It is also representing representative personal account. There is some instruction, means when any suffix or prefix is used before or after nominal account, it is called representative personal account. Then we'll discuss what is nominal account. Before nominal account, if there is any suffix or prefix is used, then it is called representative personal account. Naveen Kumar has raised hand. Naveen Kumar. Okay, fine. Now, okay, whenever there is prefix or suffix like outstanding salary, outstanding wages, okay, like the outstanding is a prefix, salary paid in advance, prepaid salary, like this, these things are used before nominal account, then these things are called representative personal account. What is nominal account? We'll discuss here. Okay, we are coming. There, remember, we are discussing what? We are discussing the traditional classification of accounts. Okay, traditional classification of accounts. Traditional classification of accounts. Then, what is real accounts? The account had recording transactions relating to tangible things. Tangible things means what? The things which can be touched. The things which can be touched. Tangible things which can be seen, touched, physically exchanged. These things are real accounts, like laptop, mobile, computer, pen, pencil. These things are tangible things. Okay, or tangible building. These things are called real account. These things come under the umbrella of real account, such as goods, cash, land, building, machinery, etc. classified as real accounts. Real accounts means anything which is tangible. Tangible means which we can touch, which can be touched, which can be seen. These things are called real account. It may be mentioned here that there are some intangible items which do not have a physics shape. Apart from this thing, as we have discussed, that the things which are having some physical shape which can be seen or touched are coming under the purview of real account. Apart from that, there are some few things which actually do not have any physical shape and cannot be touched or seen. They also come under the real. These are the exceptions. Okay, like goodwill, patents, trademarks, copyrights. These things are, though these things are not touchable, cannot be seen, but these things come under real account. Okay, under traditional approach. These are the few items which means, though these things are not touchable, cannot be seen, come under the purview of real account. After that, nominal accounts. The accounts recording transactions relating to losses, expenses, incomes, gains. See, the accounts the account recording transactions relating to losses, expenses, incomes, gains are classified as nominal accounts. Means nominal accounts means relating to what? Expenses and losses, incomes and gains. These things coming under what? Nominal account. Means these things, income, you can remember like this, income and expenses are coming under nominal account. Okay, expenses and losses, incomes and gains, these things are coming under nominal account. For example, salaries, wages, these things are what? Our expenses. Rent, discount allowed, discount received, our income, commission paid, commission received, interest paid, these things are our income or expenses. These things are under what? Nominal account. Okay. Up to this much, we have seen traditional approach. Means I have already uploaded one small video, I think, on types of account, this personal account, real account, and nominal account. Okay. So here in theory part also you can read that theory, this portion, and can understand easily. These things are very easy. In traditional approach, some few people are asking something. Voice not coming. Please keep your audio on. You might not have might not open the audio. In the left side, in the bottom left side, there is option audio. Then enable the audio. There is like blue headphone. There is a blue headphone type option is there on the screen. Just click on that. Okay. After that, American approach or modern classification of accounts. Earlier we have discussed the traditional approach. Now we'll discuss the modern approach. It is the modern approach. Okay. In modern approach, there are not so many. One second. I'm receiving the call. Please excuse me. Sorry for the disturbance. One important call just received. Anyways, after that, in modern classification of accounts, in modern classification, accounts are divided in 5 categories. Accounts are divided in 5 categories. What are these 5 categories? Capital, liability. You can easily memorize. This is very easy and very clear. The abbreviation itself is clear. C for capital, L for liability, E for expenses, A for asset, R for revenue. Okay. We'll go with the American approach. We can go with both the approaches. Result will be the same. Okay. You can follow any one of the approaches. I'll show both the approaches to all of you, and this is your choice. Which approach? I'll recommend to go with this one because in most of the books now these things are being followed. Okay. Or you can go with this one, American approach. So accounts are in traditional approach. We have seen that there are 3 types of accounts: personal, real, nominal, and then thereafter their rule will be relevant rules of debit and credit will be used. But in modern approach, they have divided the accounts in 5 categories: capital, liability, expenses, asset, and revenue. Okay. What is capital? Capital is the amount with which business is started. Capital is what? Capital is the amount with which business is started. It is the account of the owner. It is the account of the owner. Okay. Who invests money in the business as capital. Means capital, we have heard about the capital also. Someone starting business you used to say, I need capital to start the business. I need this much of 10 lakhs rupees of capital. I need capital for this. I need capital for that. like this. So capital means to start a business, capital is required, and this is, and the capital is financed by whom? Capital is provided by the owner. Means whenever there is capital, means it implies that it is introduced or it is provided by the owner. Owner's contribution in the business is capital. In case of sole proprietor business or partnership firm, withdrawal by partners is termed as drawings. Okay, here we have seen that capital is there, but in cases of what? In case of partnership firm or sole trade means what? Business run by a single individual. That used to withdraw money from the what? From the business. That is called drawings. So this is called drawings. Capital drawings are reverse. Okay. After that, liabilities. Liabilities accounts are the accounts pertaining to the liabilities of the entity to the lenders, creditors, goods creditors, creditors for assets, creditor for expenses, like this. Liabilities means liabilities are the accounts pertaining to the liabilities of entity. Okay, liabilities of the entity to lenders means these are the liabilities. Suppose I have taken loan from bank, taken goods on credit from a supplier. Okay, and suppose we have purchased some goods on credit. So all these things are liabilities. Or suppose we have purchased a machinery on credit, then these all are our liabilities. Okay, we'll record the supplier's name as liability. Like we consider that as liability. Then expenses. Expense account are the accounts of expenses incurred and losses suffered by an entity. Means expense means any amount incurred or losses suffered by an entity is called expenses. For example, purchases, wages paid, depreciation, rent paid, rates, taxes. These things are what? Expenses. For what? For doing business, we are incurring these expenses, and these things are called expenses account. These things are classified under expenses account. Like revenue account, expenses also taken into preparation of trading and PL account. Okay, all these things are coming in trading and PL, trading and profit and loss account. While preparing profit and loss account, we'll show how these things are posted. Okay. Then comes asset account. Assets account are the accounts of asset and proprietors such as land and building, plant machinery, patents, cash in hand, cash at bank, investment, inventory. These things are assets. Means this category also includes debtors. Means to whom we have supplied. We have sold goods on credit to some individual or some other business. Okay, then the debtors are also our assets, because we will be receiving the amount. Anything which is receivable. Asset means what? Anything which is receivable. Asset. Okay. Revenue. Revenue accounts are the accounts of incomes and gains. Revenue means incomes and gains, like sales, discount received, interest received, commission received. Anything what we have received or incomes or any gains, these things are called revenue accounts. Okay, these things are also taken into profit and loss account. So for now, you remember this portion. Okay, there are 5 types of account under modern approach. Under modern approach, 5 types of account. It is capital, liability, expenses, asset, and then revenue. Clear? Just clear. Okay, for today I am just closing this session here, and for the rules for debit and credit we'll be covering in the next session. Okay, till now you just try to memorize or recall these accounts, these up to this theory of this much, and once you understand the basic things, what are the assets, revenue, then we'll easily start the rule of debit and credit. Okay, I'm unmuting you all. If you want to say something, then you can speak. Anyone?
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Sir, is it possible to watch this on laptop?
You can watch this on laptop or not? No, I think you cannot access this from laptop.
Okay, sir. Any idea to allow laptop in this session? In this
In this
course.
session,
In this course.
in this course, no. Okay, I'll try to I'll try to upload in any YouTube channel. Okay, I'll try to upload so that you can view it in laptop. Okay, I'll try. I cannot guarantee at this moment, but I can try.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So that you can conveniently view it again. Okay, and anything else? I'm closing the session for today. And
Hello, sir.
hello.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, it means putting into black and white the transactions means what?
Putting in black and white means you are just recording the transactions. White means your paper, black means your pen. So you are just noting it down on paper, and means noting it down on your journal. First time you are recording the transactions, and that is called journal, books of original entry. Okay.
Sir, next session when will be there, sir?
Next session.
Yes, sir.
Next session, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. I'll be giving. I'll give you the notification today. Okay.
Okay, sir. Timing, sir. What will be the
Timing 7:30. 7:30. Okay. 7:30.
7:30. Okay, sir.
7:30. And if there is if I take an extra class, I'll notify before, or otherwise I will record and upload the video only. Okay. I'll not take the live class okay.
Okay, sir.
If I upload the class, you can also view. Okay.
Okay, sure, sir. Sure.
सर अगर आप YouTube पे अपलोड कर दोगे तो सभी उसका यूज करेंगे, आपका पर्पज नहीं सर होगा ये, मतलब बाहर का कोई भी देख लेगा।
हाँ, नहीं मैं बोल रहा हूँ, मैं आपका ये समझ रहा हूँ अभी। नहीं तो आप लोग को ग्रुप में लिंक दे देंगे, आप लोग इंडिविजुअली लिंक भेज देंगे। ठीक है, हाँ, किसी तरह आप लोगों को लिंक दे देंगे, नहीं तो अगर पॉसिबल हुआ तो, नहीं तो आपको मोबाइल से करना पड़ेगा सर। ठीक है सर, ठीक है सर। फिलहाल नहीं तो अभी मोबाइल से ही रेस्ट्रिक्टेड होगा सर, देखते हैं अभी क्या करा सकता है। ओके सर, गुड नाइट सर एवरीवन। आप लोग ये देखिए।
गुड नाइट
सर।
ओके, थैंक यू एवरीवन। और एक मैं देखता हूँ अभी एक क्वेश्चन आप लोग का, मतलब ऑनलाइन टेस्ट जैसे अपलोड करेंगे, आप लोग बस उसको वो कीजिएगा, अटेंड कीजिएगा, तो मैं समझ जाऊंगा कितने लोगों को समझ में आया, या आप लोग भी समझ जाएंगे कि कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर हुआ कि नहीं। ठीक है, ओके
सर एक मिनट सर।
बोलिए
हेलो
बोलिए सर।
Hello.
यस
Sir, this video will be uploaded.
या
This video will be uploaded to view later because
yeah.
half an hour.
Yeah, okay madam, this video will be full video will be uploaded.
Okay.
Full video will be uploaded madam, don't worry.
And okay, along with this theory part, when hello.
Yes madam, I'm listening. Hello.
Sir, you will give some practical journal entries and ledger entries.
Sure madam. Actually this is the first class. You can see 2 classes were just demo class and connecting or others, and this is the first class.
Okay.
So I have just given the basic idea, because most of the aspirants are not from commerce background.
It's we know
Hello,
it more
sir.
practical, then it will be better.
Yeah, sure. Actually, I'll be giving maximum practicals. Okay, but before that, I'm just giving means basics of accounting, very basic things. These things you should, I think, everyone should know before starting trial balance. All these things. Okay, ma'am. and don't worry about that.
Sir,
I will
sorry.
cover the all practicals.
Okay, sir.
I'll give
No
more importance.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Sir,
ma'am.
please
Sir,
inform-
sir,
sir, please
Sorry, एक
inform
minute.
the class much early, sir, because today I didn't even know that there was class. Suddenly I the notification popped and I connected.
Okay, okay. Sorry for
By
that.
that
Actually, I
time,
give
half an hour.
and 5 p.m. probably. I 5:30 p.m. I probably gave the
Maybe I have
information.
not seen that.
Yeah, yeah.
Before that only, if we come to know
Sir.
the schedule, no, when all the classes will be there, then it will be better.
So actually, from next week, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, there will be class. Okay, regular class. Say from 7:30.
Sir,
All the 3 days. All the
Sir,
3
sir,
days.
sir,
Yeah, yeah.
sir.
Yes.
If possible, kindly change the time from 8 o'clock to 9, sir, please. Because
because
we are
sir,
having
sir,
office.
No. Actually, if
sir,
anyone.
Sir,
Okay.
already office and somebody says saying online classes for दूसरा states with दूसरा अलग-अलग states में online classes will be चल रहा Tuesday, उसीलिए थोड़ा time भी change करने के लिए थोड़ा अच्छा रहता ना दूसरे लोगों के लिए.
Okay. तो अभी क्या कर तो टाइमिंग 7:30 to 8 करने से होगा बोल रहे हैं.
सर
Sir,
एक्चुअली दूसरा स्टेट
8 to 9,
में
sir.
तेलंगाना में टेलीकॉम पेपर चल रहा सर ट्यूसडे के लिए 7 बजे से 8:30 तक क्लासेस चल रहा, उसीलिए थोड़ा चेंज करे. तो आज भी क्लासेस है, टेलीकॉम पेपर क्लासेस चल रहा, बट दोनों थोड़ा डिस्टर्ब हो गए, उसीलिए बोल रहा हूँ सर. एक मिनट.
ठीक है
Who
सर.
is
अभी
taking telecom classes?
ठीक है सर. और अगर कोई मिस करते कोई इशू नहीं है, हम रिकॉर्डेड क्लास डाल देंगे सर. ठीक है, क्योंकि अभी देखते हैं
ओके, ऐसा है तो
ठीक है. अगर
Sir,
ऐसा है
तो
सर,
अच्छे
मैं
रहते
देखता हूँ
सर.
सर. ठीक है सर.
Sir, attending live class will be more helpful to us, sir, instead of attending the
Offline
recorded
class.
class. Because when we are having any doubt, we can able to ask you, sir, at least.
Okay. I'll
Sir,
take
that's
the
why,
note.
sir, we work in the weekdays. We work in the office up to 7:30, sir. So if you
Okay,
kindly
then-
arrange from 8 o'clock, then it will be most.
Okay.
helpful.
Then around 8 I'll start. Okay. Around 8.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
sir.
Okay. Then
sir,
I'm
thank you,
closing
sir.
for today. Okay. Good night,
Sir,
everyone.
sir, and
Okay.
one more thing, sir.
Hello.
Sir.
Okay, please.
Sir, if
Please
you
tell.
kindly give the detailed timetable for the classes, sir, so
Okay.
that it will be helpful
I'm
to us.
uploading. I'll be uploading. Okay. I'll be uploading it today.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Somebody telling telecom classes are going on. I too want to join. How to join that?
Anyone please help Mr. You are Mr.
Hello. Sridhar sir, Tirupati.
Sridhar. Mr. Sridhar, please.
Tirupati.
Anyone joining the telecom classes, please give him the contact details in the group, okay, so that he can join, and also give the in the group.
Hello.
Yes.
So there is no chance to join in Zoom meet.
Hello?
Google Meet already members.
Hello.